Patrick Peterson is returning with the Minnesota Vikings. Great news for us Vikings fan. He announced yesterday on the All Things Covered podcast. That's All Things Covered with him and Brian McFadden or Brian Bryant's, yeah, Brian McFadden, BMAC, as they call him. And he, according to his podcast episode, that he did have multiple offers with different teams, Kansas City being one of them. And honestly, when it comes to Patrick Peterson, I don't know why he likes playing here. I really don't know what it is. We're not a winning team right now. We had a losing record last season that he played with us, a losing record the last couple seasons. On top of that, we're in Minnesota, and that's not as like Kansas City weather. So I don't know why he loves playing here, but we love having him. He's an excellent corner, and him being on our team is a massive sigh of relief to have at least one corner that we know we can rely on. Now, obviously, he's not the Patrick Peterson he was in the early 2010s or mid 2010s for that matter. Yeah, he's washed up. A washed up Patrick Peterson is better than just about any corner that we can find off the streets. So it's great to know that he is coming back. If we head on over to our screen right here, according to Mike Garofalo, Patrick Peterson's deal with the Minnesota Vikings is a 1-year deal worth a $4 million base salary. That's not very much for a corner, especially of his talent. $3.5 million guaranteed with another $1 million of incentives, according to sources. He also added down here that he gets a $1.5 million signing bonus, $2 million guaranteed base salary, and $500K in per roster bonus. So a very team-friendly deal right there for Patrick Peterson. This is great for us Vikings fans because I'm sure he could have made more money somewhere else, but he likes playing here. And I honestly don't know what it is. And Patrick Peterson, we love having you here. We love you. Now, obviously, yeah, it wasn't great last year. His PFF grade wasn't good. He had 1 interception last season, which, okay, whatever. I don't care about how many interceptions you have. I care about how you can stop these opposing wide receivers. Patrick Peterson, him being an aging veteran, obviously will be our cornerback 1 and can help develop whoever comes in as a rookie corner. I've talked about the Vikings bringing in corners for some time now, and actually in a recent mock draft that I've done, I had the Vikings taking Trent McDuffie with the 12th overall draft pick, Trent McDuffie from Washington. Some other names to mention is obviously Ahmad Gardner, Kyle Hamilton, DB, who would play safety with us, Derek Stingley Jr., another LSU boy. Why not bring us in? We're basically the LSU Vikings at this point. Patrick Peterson being with the LSU Vikings wearing number 7 with LSU Tigers, and then him coming here and still wearing number 7. You also have Derek Stingley, who wore 7 in college, is currently wearing 7 in college. So 2 guys who wore 7 in purple and gold and could wear 7 in purple and gold with the Vikings. We also have Andrew Booth Jr. and Trent McDuffie, a couple other names to mention here. But there's no question the Vikings are looking to a corner at this point. We need to add another DB to our roster, and I've talked about maybe Kyle Hamilton does fall. Everyone seems to have Kyle Hamilton locked in the top 7 as if the guy doesn't slip, as if safeties don't fall every single year. So yeah, he's the most well-rounded prospect and will likely be drafted in the top 10 or top 7 for that matter. But still, I mean, we can't rule out the fact that the guy might fall because he's a safety and he won't make as much of an impact as some of these other positions like edge rushers and lockdown corners would do for your team. So Patrick Peterson coming back to our team is huge. That is a massive win, Vikings fans. In my opinion, I don't know why people are arguing, oh, well, he's another old guy. I get it. I like younger guys. Don't get me wrong. But who are we going to bring in under the age of 26 right now, or 28, or even 30? Who are we going to bring under the age of 30 and them to be Patrick Peterson? Nobody. Plus, Patrick Peterson also mentioned he might be 31, but he did also mention on the All Things Covered podcast that he does want to play for another 3 years. That's including this next season. So 2 more years after this next year. He does want to play for another 3 years, which is great. I mean, you don't really see corners play this long, especially when they have kids and he's a family man like he is. I love the guy. I don't care what anyone says. I am so happy that Patrick Peterson loves it here in Minnesota, that he loves being in this purple and gold. He loves the teams. He loves the fan. It makes me feel good. And I'm sure he likes playing with Harrison Smith as well. And they're good friends in a couple DBs and couple play. And also, when you're looking at our secondary, a lot of people say, oh, we have a lot of old guys. It's really only Harrison Smith and Patrick Peterson here, because the other guys on our roster, especially in the cornerback room, is very young. I mean, Cameron Dantzler, guys on his rookie contract. Chris Boyd, rookie contract. Harrison Hand, rookie contract. Those are our first and second team cornerbacks right there. And then Outside of that, you got the no-name guys, okay? The guys that are just the transitional pieces, really, the backup dudes. We're mostly talking about first and second team cornerback room here. So if there's one thing I do know, I do not want Cameron Dantzler starting at corner next season. If he starts as a nickelback, fine. He's kind of a he's not fit to be a nickelback though, so I don't know if that's great. I just want another corner to bring onto our team. It's a position you have to continue to swing on until you hit, which is why at the 12th pick, I really would love the Vikings to bring in a cornerback if they can. If they have to trade up for someone, fine, that's okay. We just need a corner on a roster, or a DB for that matter. Kyle Hamilton, perfectly fine. We can bring him in as well, and then we wouldn't. Cam Bynum, okay, for example, if we bring in Kyle Hamilton, it's not like we don't have we can put him at safety, and then we just have Cam Bynum play corner. Cam Bynum was a cornerback in college. The guy's playing safety for us right now. Yeah, he's probably a better corner than Chris Boyd will ever be. Sorry. I know there's a lot of Chris Boyd lovers. The guy has done nothing for our team at all. He's a very lovable guy. Don't get me wrong. He's a funny dude. I like the guy. I respect the man. Of course, if they play in the NFL, they're great anyways. I'm not bashing the guy. The guy's amazing since he made it to the NFL. But there's a reason why Chris Boyd was a 7th round draft pick, and there's a reason why Chris Boyd right now has led up a lot of big time plays. So for that matter, Chris Boyd is great in special teams. I would like him to have it on our team, continue to have him on our team as a depth piece. I believe he does have one more year left in his contract where he can kind of prove himself to get a next contract with the team. But I'm just hoping the Vikings can bring in a corner and add to our roster because that's a desperate need for us right now. But still, Patrick Peterson coming back. I love you. Thank you. So happy to have you back, P2. Now let's win one.